Hello everyone, it's really good to see you here. So today we are going to solve a Leetcode problem, which is set matrix 0. So here what we have given is a matrix M, and we have to actually do some operation inside the matrix itself, and we don't have to use any extra space for doing that. That's why we have to do all the things in place. That is, we have to replace wherever for all value of I and j, if the matrix M of ij equals to 0, then we have to actually replace all the value on that particular I and on that particular j equals to 0. So that is, for this I and j, for this I, the whole row should be equals to 0, and then for this j, the whole column should be equal to 0, and this is our final answer. So let's try to dive into the approach for this problem. So here we have given a matrix M like this, and we have the j value here, and then we have the I value here. So what we can do is we can check the j value as well as the I value. So here what we can do is, firstly I am using two vectors. So I am using two different vectors, that is uh, vector r, which stores the indexes of all the elements inside that M, for which, that is for all the I value for which M of ij equals to 0, and the VC stores all the column indexes for which M of ij equal to 0. So after getting the index of j as well as the index of I, that is the index of row and index of column, then what we can do is we can simply again traverse throughout the matrix, and then for all of these indexes we can set the value as 0. So here after doing certain number of operations, we got we got all the indexes here for j equals to 1 and for I equals to 1 equals to 0, and we have to simply return this. Not return this because this is a void, which, so in this we have to actually just do the changes. Okay, so now let's go into the coding part of it. So here int n is basically the row of the matrix and m is basically the column of the matrix. Then what we can do is we can make two vectors, that is vector matrix row and matrix column. So, and the size of the row is n comma 1 and the size of column is m comma 1, and then we iterate throughout the matrix, and if our matrix ij equal to 0, then what we can do is for that index of I, we can actually replace it with 0. So firstly it is 1 there, right? And then after doing that, wherever for what value of I and j we got 0, at that index m of row I equal to 0 and m of column j equals to 0. Now after doing that, what we can do is we can simply again iterate throughout the matrix, and then if for m of row I equal to 0 or m of column j equal to 0, then on that particular matrix ij we can actually replace the value with 0, and after doing that we are done. So now I'm going to submit this. So it got accepted, and if you want to access the code, then you can directly check the GitHub link given in the description. And this is it for this video. Thanks for watching.